I always knew deep inside that I wanted to do something with water, whatever that was. For me personally, being underwater, there's a massive sense of calm. What you hear is your heartbeat and the tinkle of shells and sand, just gently whooshing in the current. You can be at 100 feet and you still hear this kind of rhythmic crunching of fish on coral or sand just kind of gently being pushed around on the bottom. There's this energy that guides me to see these colors and these intricate patterns and these ecosystems and this thriving system of life. It's a very humbling experience, and underwater is where I really feel the most in tune with my God, personally. A lot of what I know has come with almost 20 years of doing what I do. Some of these photographs were taken by holding on to a rock with current ripping. You let go of the rock and you're just being sucked out into the blue. Everything is not so quiet and colorful and easy. Not only does it take you, sometimes 3 days to get to where you want to go, but then sometimes you're with the pilot with no shoes on. In the vast majority of the places that I go and shoot, it's village mentality, whether it be, in Fiji, parts of Indonesia, Papua New Guinea for sure. There's a sense of culture and happiness that you can't find anywhere else on the planet. I mean, talk about no phones, no internet. I always travel with my surfboards, so it's in the past I'd taken my boards out of my board bag and zipped myself up like a cocoon and slept in my board bag on the beach. There's a lot of hurdles, but I welcome all that stuff. I love all that weirdness. Coral is fragile, man. There's microscopic polyps on this coral, so that from a human touch, just one fingerprint, you can essentially kill, I don't know how many hundreds of polyps per one touch. I'll swim and swim and swim over all of this coral and sea fan and everything, and I'll end up focusing on something such a small little piece of the coral because it has this voice to me. And I like tricking the eye. I like playing with what you're looking at. I don't like it being so obvious. I feel like, shooting things that seem to be more obvious kind of takes the magic out a little bit. This one in particular, Patch Reef, I call it, because it's just a mashup of mushroom corals, these little daisy corals. You have fusilier fish all over the place. I mean, the colors are just absolutely crazy, totally untouched, and everything is moving in this photo. I mean, all these little daisy corals are opening and closing. Kind of gives like a marshmallow fluffy vibe too, which I really love. It's not so hard and angular. When I frame things up in the camera, I look to all my edges and corners. Like this mushroom coral right here, I would have been not myself if I had split that in half with the frame. So I would float higher to get that coral into the frame. I would never have photographed an image with certain parts of it that I find interesting to be, cropped out. There's a sense of whimsy and magic in nature photography that brings you to places that you might only experience in dreams and stuff, Like, I don't know. I think God speaks through nature, and I feel that all the time when I'm in the water and on land, in nature. I mean, there's just a sense of something bigger force and feeling and energy out there. I mean, to witness things that so few people have witnessed, you feel blessed to do so, when you're actually in the situation, to then put it out to the world to show that there are these beauties out there. It's a beautiful thing for awareness of what is out there and what's beautiful and so fragile, to have the proof